So yesterday at CCXP, which is essentially Brazilian Comic-Con, Marvel and, well, Disney by extension was there, and they put out a couple of new things, trailers. I mean, uh, another look at Ant-Man 3 coming in February. I mean, there wasn't much more shown at that. It just, okay, it was just more of a legacy of events of Ant-Man over the course of the MCU, with a slightly different dialogue with Kang the Conqueror. And then there was the Indiana Jones trailer, which I really liked a lot. I mean, I felt like it was great. It just felt like more like Indy than we've seen recently. But what I really want to talk about is the Guardians trailer. They dropped a new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer to be yet again written and directed by James Gunn, which will be his final, probably, collaboration with Marvel. Because he's recently been selected as the new co-CEO of DC Studios now that David Zaslav and Discovery have purchased Warner Brothers. And, well, co-CEO, he's going to have a partner, but he'll be the more creative side of that. So, I mean, this is going to be the last, I don't think it'll be the last Guardians thing that Marvel will do, but it'll be the last Guardians things that he will direct for them with this lineup. But anyway, I'd like to talk about the trailer for a second. I mean, really, really powerful and emotional. I mean, he's been teasing this for months now. I mean, probably better part of a year with Guardians, saying this is going to be the most emotional film that he's put together. And there's still the typical humor. There's the landing on the planet with the animal people throwing the volleyball or whatever it was at the little kid, and then I got a laugh out of me. But then when you break down into it, it really looks like this trailer is going to be really delving into Rocket's past. And it seems like there's going to be a death in here. I mean, people are thinking it might be Drax because Dave Bautista is saying he wants to leave that role behind. But I'm not getting that feeling from the trailer. I'm getting it more than likely is going to be Rocket, because it's showing his past, his relationship with Lylla, who is the Otter in the trailer, which is his soulmate, girlfriend, whatever. And then the High Evolutionary, played by Chukudi Iwuji, who was Myrn in Peacemaker, which was James Gunn's TV series, obviously based off the Suicide Squad movie he did for DC. He was in that, and then James Gunn likes to use a lot of the same actors in a lot of his projects, so he will be playing the villain here. And then there's this line in there about, he tells Peter, I'm done running, we're all going to go together in that beautiful blue sky and great beyond, which to me tells me that Rocket ain't gonna end this movie alive. There's a shot of somebody in some type of hospital bed in this trailer, and it just shows like Peter and Mantis just screaming. Like, I think Rocket is gonna. And then there's another couple of shots in there. There's that shot of Groot and Peter back to back shooting blasters and guns and whatever. No Rocket. So in that shot. And then there's the other shot where, Drax and Peter are getting off the ship talking about, let's kill people, let's not kill people, we'll kill one stupid guy who gets in our way that nobody loves. That too. So, Rocket is really kind of sparsely in this trailer compared to the other Guardians. And there's a shot of Gamora, obviously at the Endgame. That's the Gamora from the past that ended up in this timeline because she obviously died in Infinity War. Their Gamora. So she'll be in there. And then Adam Warlock is in this. He was teased in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 end credit scene, with Aisha, the Sovereign, where she says, I'll call him Adam, blah, 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 blah. So he's being played by Will Poulter, who you might remember from We're the Millers, and he was Eustace Stubbs in some of the Narnia films. And now, with the introduction of Adam Warlock, I don't know if they're going to get to the Magus, but Marvel will have to get to the Magus at some point, because the Magus in the comics is essentially an alternate future evil version of Adam Warlock, who's his alter ego, which comes from overuse of the Soul Stone. Now, there's a thing on his forehead in the trailer. I don't know if that's the Soul Stone, because obviously the Infinity Saga is over. So I don't know if they're going to bring that back, because that's a pretty big part of the character. You're going to have the Magus show up at some point. It's just like the music selection of this trailer, too, was just spot on with Space Hogs in the Meantime. And then Just trying to think what else I really, it was just really emotional. And obviously there's going to be some stuff with Gamora trying to probably reconnect with her, try to remind her who she is, that this is her family. And if you really think of Star-Lord in these movies, he's lost so much. He lost his mother. I mean, he lost his real father, Ego, who was the villain of the last movie. His adoptive father, Yondu, passed away. He was sacrificed himself. And then he's going to probably lose another family member, whether it's Rocket or Drax. And then, like I said, I'm thinking it's going to be probably Rocket. But, he's just suffered so much. And, this is going to be probably James Gunn's swan song for Marvel. This guy, he's like probably their most talented filmmaker, I would say. I mean, I love, and at one point, when he was fired, then rehired, we thought maybe Taika Waititi might take over, and then I don't think anyone could have taken this film on other than James Gunn and have it be as powerful. And obviously we don't know anything about this movie yet. It's just a teaser. We're not sure yet, but it's just this is pure James Gunn. Just if you've seen any of his projects, apart from Guardians like Suicide Squad or Slither or anything else he's put out, I mean this is pure. This has he knows how to put heart in a film. Like even Peacemaker, who in Suicide Squad was kind of one of the more one-note characters. When that series came out earlier this year, like, he actually put some depth to that character. Like, just, you're watching that, and John Cena, you felt for him, with his racist, evil supervillain father, and then, how he was accidentally killed his brother and all this kind of stuff. So, yeah, James Gunn, he seems to know how to really write a story and characters that you care about. And, like, this is going to be an emotional, I'm calling it now, this is going to be an emotional gut punch of a movie. And he's going to emotionally wreck us before he runs off to DC full time and runs them. So, I really, really love that trailer. I still think Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is probably my most look forward to MCU film next year. But we'll see. And then we got the Marvels in July, which is the Captain Marvel sequel, which she'll be joined by Miss Marvel, and then they haven't really decided the name yet, but the lady from WandaVision, if she's going to be in Spectrum or whatever she ends up going by, because that version of Captain Marvel has actually like 3 different alter egos. They haven't really decided yet. But yeah, really, really great trailer, and it came a lot earlier than I thought it would be. I thought we wouldn't get that till maybe after in front of Ant-Man, maybe, because I'm just surprised we got it like 6 months in advance. But anyway, I just really liked it. Thought it was really, really emotional and well put together. The trailers are supposed to amp you up a bit, and this certainly did its job.